Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me Jedi Master 98 back again with another Star Wars review. In today's review we're going to take a look now at a Star Wars book from the film Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The book that we're going to take a look at today is this one. It's the Star Wars Rogue One, the Ultimate Visual Guide. So this is like the visual dictionary of Rogue One. It tells you all about the main characters and all the interesting weapons, ships and designs. Very, very nice indeed. Obviously on the cover you've got the Death Trooper, you've got X-Wing and TIE Strikers in action, which is very nice. You've got the Star Wars Rogue One logo at the side. On the back you've got a picture of Jin in Imperial Ground Crew disguise. You've got Lamu, which is Jin's planet, K2SO, Trut's light bow and the Imperial Combat Assault Tank, which is very, very nice. And also you've got the description at the back as well. It says the ultimate guide to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Produced in collaboration with Lucasfilm and written and by renowned Star Wars expert Pablo Hidalgo, Star Wars Rogue One, the Ultimate Visual Guide, combines lavish movie stills with in-depth character profiles, fascinating insider information and incredible vehicle cross-sections. Step inside and join a rebellion built on hope. So that's the back there for you. Really, really nice. I got this in my local supermarket, would you believe, Asda. When I went up to Forbidden Planet London just before Christmas, Forbidden Planet London and Forbidden Planet itself, they wanted £18 for this book alone, and I thought, right, I'm not going to pay that much. So I went into Asda and obviously I got it for a much cheaper price. So instead of paying £18 in Forbidden Planet, I've got this bad boy in Asda for £8. So that's very, very cool. So that's the back and front. I'll just open it up. So you've got the Rebel Alliance, there we go. Got the Rebel Alliance logo there. And obviously you've got some pictures on the planet Jedha. So that's the planet Jeddah. And obviously got another page with two stormtroopers. You got the contents, which is on the Urso's planet where they live, obviously with Krennic and his Death Troopers. Very nice indeed. And you got forward, and you got a picture, some writing of Jyn Erso. And you got the introduction, obviously with two Death Troopers, a Death Trooper holding one of Jyn's Stormtrooper toys. You've got an overview, you've got the galactic map with all the planets, and we've also got the planets that we do see in Rogue One. So all the planets we've seen over the years, they're all in this book. So that's the galactic map. You've got chapter 1, A Fragile Peace, and you've got a picture of Mads Mikkelsen, or his character, Galen Erso. So that's just like the first page and everything. You've got the planet Lamu, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a very nice planet. It just reminds me of a nicer and a decent planet. It's very similar to Geonosis, obviously with the rings around it. So you've got all different contents in there. You've got the Urso's farm, you've got stuff about Galen and Lara Urso. You've also got some about their home, and everything. So that's the first page about the Urso's family and obviously the planet Labu. And that's how you pronounce it. So that's a decent page. You've got Coruscant ties. You've got a picture of young Jyn Erso, Lara Erso, and director Krennic. Obviously the actor who played Krennic was Ben Mendelsohn, done an excellent job in the film. Very, very nice indeed. And obviously we do see a flashback in the film, and obviously that flashback is them on Coruscant. The next page we're going to take a look at Jyn's mum, Lara Erso. Obviously we only saw her for a glimpse in the film, and obviously she got shot by one of the Death Troopers, but she did indeed wound director Orson Krennic. So that's Lara Erso. Everything about her. On to the next page, we've got the Erso homestead. Very similar to where Luke and his auntie and uncle lived on the planet Tatooine. Very similar there. Obviously got a young picture of Jyn. Very, very nice indeed. Also Speedo, different tools and everything. Mentioning earlier on, Jyn Erso's toys. Very, very cool indeed. You've got director Krennic's shuttle that we do see at the start of the film. Very nice shuttle indeed. Also you've got a different version of it. Just move back for you. So that's another version of the shuttle. You've got the Death Troopers that I have to say, I love their armour. Especially love their armour in the film. Also we didn't see as much as them in the film, but what we got was decent enough, especially on the last half an hour on Scarif. So that's the Death Trooper. I believe that is the Death Trooper specialist with all the armour. And I believe that Hasbro are releasing a 3 3/4 inch version of this guy, and I've been on one of my websites that I get most of my Star Wars action figures off, and I managed to pre-order one of these. So one of these will be in the collection. So that's the Death Troopers. Very, very cool indeed. Loved their helmet design, their weapons and everything. Very cool indeed. Obviously Peace Disrupted. Obviously that's on the planet Lamu, where we see the Erso family and everything. Also the Death Troopers causing some trouble. Very nice shots of them. Obviously next page is Rebel Alliance, and you've got a picture of Mon Mothma, which was one of the senators in the Republic who decided to form the Rebel Alliance. And obviously the actress as well is the same actress that was in Revenge of the Sith. So that's Mon Mothma. Obviously we've got one of my favourite characters from the film. That is this character, is Jyn Erso, played by the wonderful Felicity Jones. Done an excellent job in the film. Very, very nice indeed. Obviously it tells you all about her, all her equipment, her backstory. But obviously if you've seen the film, you know her backstory and everything. So that's Jyn Erso. Jyn's mission, obviously prisoner transfer. Obviously trying to go to Jedha and try and get a message across to see if Galen Erso is still alive. Trying to talk to Saw Gerrera. So that's Jyn and Captain Cassian Andor on the planet Yavin 4. Obviously at the bottom there you've got General Draven, just at the bottom there. Obviously like I just mentioned, you've got Yavin 4, which is the rebel base. Good to see Yavin 4 in the film. Obviously you've got an X-Wing there, getting ready to go I think. Obviously you can see a pilot getting in his cockpit. So Yavin 4, good to see a glimpse of that. Like I mentioned, Mon Mothma, with Bail Organa at the bottom, one of the senators responsible for forming the Rebel Alliance after Revenge of the Sith. So that's Mon Mothma. Admiral Raidus, which was a character that we did see in Rogue One. Very, very cool indeed. And I believe that Raidus, I believe this is right, is either the cousin, or I think he's a cousin or some sort of family member of Admiral Akbar. So it's good to see him in the film, Admiral Raidus. I'll have to have a read of this because I've been just having a look at the pictures and everything, and I believe it is a, I believe it's Admiral Akbar's cousin or some sort of relative. So that's Admiral Raidus, or Raidus. Like I just mentioned him, General Draven. He was one of the generals responsible, and he asked Cassian Andor, or Captain Cassian Andor, to eliminate Galen Erso, Jin's father, but obviously when they were on the planet Edu and it was pouring with rain, he couldn't pull the trigger. So that's General Draven. A lot of people thought that General Draven was General Hux from Star Wars Rebels. Sorry, not General Hux. Get it all mixed up. Agent Kallus, sorry. Don't know why I said General Hux. I'll stay again. Many people believed that General Draven was Agent Kallus from Rebels, but they've revealed it's not. I don't know why I said General Hux, but heads all over the place. Sorry about that, guys. You've got the leader of Blue. You've got the leader of Blue Leader. That is General Merrick. He was in charge of Blue Squadron, the Blue Squadron of X-Wings that we see on the back of Scarif. So that's General Merrick. You've got the Alliance High Command, so all the Alliance members. We did see shots of them in the film. Rebel senators, like I mentioned, we did see Bail Organa and other senators in the film. Very nice indeed. Another favourite character of mine, Captain Cassian Andor, played by the actor Diego Luna. Done an excellent job. Very, very cool indeed. So that's Captain Cassian Andor, very cool character. Liked him in the film. We've just got a new partnership, obviously Cassian and Jin on the planet Yavin, just getting ready to do their business and everything, getting ready for action. Next up, we're going to take a look at my favourite and funny droid in the film. That is this hilarious guy, played by the actor Alan Tudyk. It is K2SO. Really enjoyed his role in the film. Obviously, he was a reprogrammed Imperial security droid. Captain Cassian Andor managed to reprogram him. And at the end, or near the end, you could see that he's having a good relationship with Jin. Very funny on the planet Edu and Jedha and Yavin. So that's K2SO. Alan Tudyk played an excellent job in the film. Completely hit the ball at the park. You've got the Rebel support. So you've got all different officers, droids and soldiers. So that's the Rebel support. Next up, you've got the U-Wing gunship that we did see Cassian and K2 fly in Rogue One. So that's the U-Wing. Different design of ship, but very nice to see. So that's the U-Wing. Next up, you've got the U-260D, which is another version of the U-Wing, but we did see this version on the Battle of Scarif, supporting the rebel troops from the sky, taking out 80 ACTs, TIE fighter pilots, TIE strikers and all that lot. So that's the UT60D. Next up, you've got the X-Wings, phenomenal in the film yet again. Very, very cool. So that's the X-Wings. Next up, we have Chapter 3, Occupied Territory. So I mentioned it earlier on, the planet of Jedha, obviously kyber crystals and everything. That's where we meet Baze Malbus and Chirrut Imwe. So they were taking kyber crystals from the Jedi temples on Jedha and using them to power up the laser of the Death Star. So posing as pilgrims, so you've got an image of K2, Jin and Cassian on the planet Jedha. You've got Jedha pilgrims, very weird and bizarre characters on the planet Jedha. Jedha civilians, yet again bizarre and weird characters again, but it's good to see them in the film. Jedha civilians as well, couple of weird ones in there. Culture clash, so you've got Imperial Stormtroopers on the planet Jedha. Very, very cool indeed. Saw Gerrera, obviously we did see this character in the Clone Wars TV show, and we saw him in Rogue One. Obviously the actor who played Saw Gerrera was Forrest Whitaker, done a cool job. And obviously, because he died on the planet Jedha when Tarkin and Krennic and the rest of the Death Star crew targeted Jedha City, obviously Saw Gerrera did get killed, but we did see in the film with him talking to Bodhi Rook, we did see him have a breathing problem, and obviously he's going to be in Star Wars Rebels, and we're going to see the planet Geonosis where he got this this weakness. So that's Saw Gerrera. So it's good to see him in Clone Wars, Rogue One, and now to see him in Rebels. So it's going to be interesting to see how he got that breathing problem. Saw's hideout, it's like a little cave. So he's got all these droids and all bizarre rebels and whatnot. So that's Saw's hideout. We're going to take a look at Saw's militia. Obviously there's a very funny one who I liked in the film. Is called Wee Tef Cub. It's like a little miniature fat creature. Obviously we did see more of as well with my thummies. We did see him in the film. Also I do have the action figure version of him. I did get him with the what did I get him with? Yeah, it's the Scarif Trooper, sorry, that's it, the Scarif Trooper I got him with, or the Shore Trooper. So that's all Saw's militia. Obviously on the planet Jedha, they obviously did get killed as well. The two tubes, or the Bond brothers. Ugly looking droids yet again. Obviously one of these droids we did, tubes, whatever their name is, we did see one of them escort and chat to Bodhi Rook, which was the defecting cargo pilot. So that's the brothers, or the Bond brothers. Obviously I just mentioned him, Bodhi Rook. Played by the English actor Riz Ahmed, done an excellent job as well. So it's good to see Bodhi Rook in the film, a defecting Imperial cargo pilot sent with a message from Galen Erso. So that's Bodhi Rook, very good pilot as well. Next up we're going to take a look at a character that I did especially laugh in Rogue One because of his humour and everything about him. So next up is Chirrut Imwe. Obviously the actor who played Chirrut Imwe was Donnie Yen. He was so funny in the film, especially when he got blindfolded. "What are you doing? I'm blind." And they put a blindfold over his head. So Chirrut was badass, especially on Jedha, Edu and Scarif. When he shot that TIE fighter pilot on Edu, amazing. Not even looking, even though he's blind. So that's Chirrut. Obviously he's got a very famous quote now: "I'm one with the Force is with me, I'm one with the Force is with me." So I mentioned the Battle of Jedha. Obviously we do see Cassian, Jin, Chirrut, Baze, Malbus and Saw's militia fight the Imperial Stormtroopers on the planet of Jedha. Also we do see a hover tank commanders and everything. Obviously Baze Malbus, another cool character. Obviously he's very close to Chirrut, like his protector. His what am I on about? His arsenal, sorry, of weapons, I should say, with his big ass gun. That's what I meant to say, I'm not trying to be rude. His big ass gun with this massive backpack on his back is just phenomenal. It was so lethal. Like when you saw him on the planet Jedha with Chirrut, you see Chirrut take out all the stormtroopers by sensing all the sounds and the movements, and you just see Baze with a massive gun, and he shoots all of them, and he's like, "You almost shot me," and he goes, "You're welcome." That was cool. So he was cool in the film, Baze Malbus, very cool character. Next up, Guardian weapons. So we've got Baze's gun and Chirrut's crossbow, which was very cool. I have to say, Chirrut was very lethal with that as well. So that's the Guardian weapons. The combat assault tank, obviously, we did see the Commander HC 4120 First Sergeant. We did see this tank get pretty wrecked by Saw's militia and everything and all that, and obviously they were carrying kyber crystals, and that was very important for the Guardians. So that's the tank, or the combat assault tank. The TX-225 occupier. So you've got the stormtroopers at the side. You've got the tank drivers in there as well. Obviously you've got the command at the top. You've got one at the bottom and one there. So that was very cool. Obviously they did get wrecked in the film. So that's the tank and all the crew. Like I mentioned, you did get the tank drivers. I especially did like their helmet design. So they're the tank drivers. Obviously we did see Cassian shoot one of them, and we did see another one obviously pointing to say shoot the targets. So that's the tank drivers. Like I said, really like their armour. Obviously we did see that on the planet of Jedha, the AT-ST. Very nice indeed. Chapter 4, the Empire. So obviously this is the bit where they're on the planet Edu, the planet where we see Galen Erso and all these engineers. Obviously the main part of the planet where obviously Tarkin owns Edu, and this is the planet where we see like the Death Star really come together, like with all the finishing touches. Next character we're going to take a look at director Alton Krennic, played by the actor Ben Mendelsohn. Really like Krennic's role in the film, especially with his armour. Sorry, his armour and his outfit, very cool. He's very cool in the film, old Krennic. He did take some punishments. Obviously he did get shot by Lara Erso. Did get a little bit wounded on the planet Edu when the X-Wing strikes, and obviously he did get shot again by Captain Cassian on Scarif, or the tower, where they were recovering the Death Star plans. So Krennic, very cool character. Obviously the character that everyone was looking forward to, especially I was this guy. It was Lord Vader, or Darth Vader as he's known. Very cool in Rogue One, especially when he was on the planet Mustafar choking Krennic, and at the end where we see him cutting up all the rebels on the ship just about before they're going to hand the plans over. So very cool to see Vader in the film. Excellent. Especially his castle as well, very cool. I've mentioned this at the start. You've obviously got the Death Star. Death Star was pretty lethal in the film. Obviously it wasn't destroying planets, it was destroying cities. Jedha City, Scarif's part of the city. So that's cool to see. Especially like with the Death Star, especially like the tension between Krennic and Tarkin, that was very cool. So you've got Death Star director, careful observation, demonstration and destruction, and super laser. So you've got the DS1 evolution, so the Death Star, obviously the completion. Obviously you've got different parts of the Death Star, so you've got the birth of an ambition, so you've got the scene on Geonosis during Attack of the Clones, you've got the end scene of Revenge of the Sith and everything. So there was Easter eggs in the prequels and Rogue One as well, which is very cool. So that's just like the Death Star there, showing all the Easter eggs. Next up, the Star Destroyers. They were decent in the film, except at the end when they got taken out by the Hammerhead cruisers of the Rebel Alliance. So that's the Star Destroyers, or the Imperial Star Destroyers. Power struggle. So you've got an image of Krennic, and I think it's one Death Trooper. Test firing as well. So that's Krennic and his Death Trooper. Next up, the Imperial Commanders. We did see a glimpse of these guys on the planet. We did see them on the planet Scarif. We did see them in the Star Destroyers and on the Death Star, so they were cool to see. Imperial support, so you've got the Death Troopers, the droids, the technical lot, so you've got the Imperial ground crew and all that lot. So that's the Imperial support, just like the Rebel support. So you've got the droids and like that. Like I mentioned, you've got the planet Edu, where we do see Krennic discuss his work. Obviously he's prized with Galen Erso, very wet planet, so that's the planet Edu. Obviously, so you've got the surprise inspection of Death Troopers, Director Krennic, the Vantage Point, and Galen's Rebellion. So you've got Galen Erso, obviously played by the actor Mads Mikkelsen in his Imperial outfit. You could always tell that Galen Erso was part of the rebellion, because obviously he put the major flaw and a major weakness to the Death Star that we do see Luke destroy in A New Hope. So that's Galen Erso. Obviously, Galen Erso did get killed as part of an explosion by an X-Wing when they were attacking the base of Edu. So you've got the Death Star scientist that the Death Troopers executed as part of Director Krennic's order. And obviously he was telling about there's a traitor among us. They're all confused looking. The Death Troopers are about to fire, and then Galen Erso just shouts out, "It's me, Krennic, it's me." Obviously owning up to say that he is the traitor among them. You've got the Stormtroopers on the next page. Lovely white armour in the film yet again. Obviously they're crap at shooting, as usual. So that's the old Stormtroopers. Troopers on alert. So this is a picture on the Death Star of Stormtroopers and Scarif Troopers leaving. Looks like they're leaving part of the Death Star. Oh, sorry, not Death Star. One of Scarif's hangars where they keep all the troopers. So they're getting ready to rumble and take out the rebels. You've got the Stormtrooper equipment. It's all the backpacks and all the special features as part of the helmet. So that's the Stormtrooper equipment. You've got the Edu extraction. So you've got bays and chirrup firing. You've got the Draven's fallback. Draven had charged Cassian Andor with the instruction to assassinate Galen Erso rather than rescue him, fearing he knew too much. However, he also organised a backup plan involving a squadron of X and Y wings, which at his orders swoops down on Edu with deadly deposits of bombs and limpet charges. That's new. So that's Edu's extraction. Obviously you've got Jin in her Edu outfit. Next up, you've got Chapter 5 going rogue. So you've got them on the base, getting ready to go rogue. Obviously that was one of the first pictures we saw of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The last planet we've got at is obviously Scarif. Obviously that is the planet where we see the Death Star plans revealed and obviously kept in secret. So you've got Shore Trooper there. A very nice tropical planet, I have to say. If I was on my vacation, love to go to Scarif. Very nice planet. So that's Scarif. So you've got obviously the crystal delivery of the carbon crystals, the bunker network, the command tower, and the shore defences. So you've got Stormtroopers and shore troopers. And one of my figures has just fallen over, so that's a shame. Sorry, back to that. We've got the cargo shuttle. So we've got one of the cargo shuttles that Bodhi Rook uses in the film, so that's one of the cargo shuttles. Next up, the shuttle SW0608, that is the shuttle that the rebels use to get onto the planet Scarif. So that's the shuttle. Very nice indeed. You've got the Scarif vault, so you've got the main part of the vault where we see Jyn and Cassian get inside whilst being covered by K2 to try and get the Death Star plans. So that's the Scarif vault. Next up, we've got a picture of Jyn Erso and her Imperial ground crew. It says going undercover, so that's Jyn in her outfit. Next up, the Death Star plans. Very cool indeed. The Shore Troopers, very nice designs of them. Really like the Shore Troopers in the film. Obviously, when you see them at the start, they did get taken out by Baze Malbus. So that's the Shore Troopers. You've got the Rebel troops that helped Jyn, K2, Cassian, Bodhi Ritual and Baze Malbus. So they're the troops. Obviously all of them did get killed in action, unfortunately. More Rebel troops. Also we did see these in the main hangar of the Yavin 4 getting ready to assault the planet of Scarif. Commander Pal, good to see him in the film. Obviously we did hear his battle cry, like some really weird battle cry, so that's Commander Pal. Obviously we did see another cool character, and that is Biston. I believe this character was played by Warwick Davis, who played Wicket in Return of the Jedi. We did see a glimpse of him in teaser trades and everything, screaming and shooting his big ass guns. So that's Bistan. The canopy combat. So you've got a lovely picture of the rebel troops through the Scarif area. Very nice. Next up, you've got the AT-ACTs. We did see these get pretty wrecked by the rebels. They're very quite weak vehicles, but it's good to see them in the film. So it's the AT-ACTs. The Battle of Scarif, like the last half an hour of Rogue One, this was the best part of the film. The Scarif battle was so good. Obviously that is the cargo shuttle that unfortunately gets blown up on back to Scarif. Obviously Bodhi Rook was inside and he unfortunately got killed by a grenade. So that was their only way out there, unfortunately. The X-Wing pilots. Very nice indeed. So all the X-Wing pilots. Blue Squadron pilots. So that's Blue Squadron. Rebel pilot helmets. Very nice designs. The Y-Wing fighter. Good to see him in the film. So that's the Y-Wing. TIE fighters, or TIE fighter. Very nice indeed. The TIE striker, didn't see as much of these in the film, but we did see a glimpse of them with an X-Wing pilot taking them out. So that's the TIE striker. The TIE SK fighter, that's something different. I think we did see that in the film. The Profundity, which was I believe it's Admiral Rudder's ship. Did see that in the film. Come out of hyperspace. Obviously underneath that ship was the Ghost. The size comparison of the ships, which is very cool. And Chapter 6, A Star Wars Story, so you got them on the set of Rogue One, all of them, including the director Gareth Edwards. Also, you got some concept art. Very, very nice indeed. In production. Also, you got more off there, and all the other characters. The shoot, also going into hyperspace. And last but not least, you've got stormtroopers and a couple of Scarif troopers all knackered out in the train station in London, Canary Wharf. Obviously, the part of the Scarif hangars and everything, they were filmed in London, and the station Canary Wharf, which is just up the city, they filmed it there. Obviously, they just covered the railway signs and everything, so that was a very nice picture. And the last page has just got all the index stuff and everything, and acknowledgements. So obviously, you got another picture of the Rebel Alliance logo. So that has been the Star Wars Rogue One, the Ultimate Visual Guide. Sorry it's been a bit long, because I did have a lot to cover, but it's good that I've got this out of the way. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope you've enjoyed Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Absolutely loved it. And great characters indeed. Obviously, all of them got killed off, but it gives you a clear insight on what Episode 4 was like. They all died as part of the rebellion. Obviously, Krennic got killed by his own weapon, which is embarrassing, but apart from that, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, excellent film. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope you've enjoyed this Star Wars Rogue One book, and I'll be back with another Star Wars review very soon. If you haven't done this already, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you very soon. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, have a nice day, and may the Force be with you.